Hey guys, Bluefin100 back again with another collection video, and this is the 5th Beyblade collection update for the Metal Saga. I'm going to show you the Beyblades from Metal Fusion, Metal Masters, Metal Fury, Shogun Steel, and of course, Metal Fight Soulburst, as well as the manga. So I got a lot of new blades in the past 7 years, or in this case, 3 years, since the last collection update for MFB. So in 2017, as well as 2018, I only bought like 1 new Beyblade from the Metal Saga. Then in 2019, I got 5, I got 53 in 2020, 30 in 2021, and last year I only got like 4 new Beyblades from the Metal Saga. So my collection has been growing ever since the last one I did. And of course, like the last Beyblade collection video, which was for the originals, I transferred all my Metal Fight or Metal Saga Beyblades in another new case again. And yeah, unlike with the original Beyblades, where I just had 2 separate cases, one for the Blade Breakers and then the other for the other Beybladers, this case pretty much consists all of the Metal Saga Beyblades I own. So obviously on the top we have the Metal Fusion Beyblades, Metal Masters, Metal Fury, Shogun Steel, and then the random combo Beyblades plus the recolors. And then on this side, as well as on this side, are the XTS Beyblades. And just like with the original Beyblade case, I think this will be the last case I'm going to put all my MFB Beyblades, but I'm not too sure because I was certain that the majority of Metal Fight Beyblades I owned would fit in one case, but as you can see in one slot, yeah, so if this keeps happening, then I might have to get another case for my Metal Saga Beyblades, but I'll see, because this one I think is perfect to store my Beyblades in, but that's just me. So as always, the first ones I'm going to be showing you guys are the Metal Fusion or Metal Fight Blades, and just like with the previous one, it's all in chronological order and by their appearance or evolution. Anyways, let's start off with the Metal Fusion Beyblades first. So here, first off is Storm Pegasus. And I have another Storm Pegasus, which is pretty much my original one. Well, minus the little face-wheel, because the face-wheel that was on my original one is now on this one. And I believe the energy wheel was from my original one. Actually, I think all of this is from my original one, minus, well, the tip, which is now on this one. But yeah, sorry if I was rambling a bit, but I just wanted to point that out. Also, just like with the original Beyblades, most of my Beyblades for the Metal Saga are Hasbro. There are some card Beyblades in this case, but that's pretty much about it. I don't have anything Rapidity anymore because, well, I put that in the case where I have all my duplicate Metal Fight Beyblades. So this case only has Hasbro and Takara Beyblades, but yeah. Anyways, next off is Rock Leone, aka my first Metal Fusion Beyblade, and my first Beyblade for MFB. Next is Dark Bull. Next up is Flame Sagittario. Right, now on to the second Metal Fusion slot. So here I have 2 Earth Eagles. Both of them Hasbro, but obviously with the faceball, this one is from my Rapidity version, hence why it says Aquila instead of, well, Eagle, because the faceball I had for this one was completely like scratched and there was a bit of wear and tear on it, so I decided to use my Rapidity version instead of, well, the one I had. But yeah, I'm so glad that I finally have a replacement Earth Eagle, because I was stuck with the Rapidity version for like, what, 8 years already? And yeah, the wings on that version have finally broke. I think that was like, what, 2017 when they finally broke? Or I think that was the following year that I bought that. But yeah, I'm glad that I finally have replacement versions, aka the Hasbro versions. But yeah, there's that. Next up is Earth Virgo, or should I say my almost completed Earth Virgo, because, well, the energy wheel is not the actual Earth Virgo energy wheel because I just use a Burn Fire Blaze energy wheel, so that's why it looks like this. But there's that. Next up is Storm Aquario. Here is, whoops, Burn Fire Blaze, or Burn Phoenix, one of the coolest looking Beyblades of Metal Fusion, and also one of my favorites. Next up is Rock Ares. Here is Cyber Pegasus, finally. And last but not least for this slot, Flame Libra. And I finally put on a legit Flame Fusion wheel for this. So that's it for that slot. Now on to, I guess, the villains of Metal Fusion, aka the Dark Nebula Bladers. So here is Lightning L-Drago. Next up is Dark Wolf, also one of the first few Beyblades I owned. Here is Dark Gasher, or Dark Cancer. Here is Storm Capricorn. Here is Poison Serpent. Finally have this. And thanks to Jack the Handler, formerly as the Bay Handler, shout out to him for sending me this Beyblade. As well as another Beyblade that I'll get to. Here is Evil Gemios, or Killer Gemios. And last but not least, Rock Scorpio. Alright, so that's it for the Metal Fusion Beyblades. But before getting to, well, the next season, let's go ahead and showcase some of the recolors and those limited edition Beyblades that came around when Metal Fusion came out. So the first Beyblade I'm going to show off is this version of Storm Pegasus, or as I used to call it, Yellow Storm Pegasus. And I actually have a second version. I actually got this one from a random lot, so that's why I have two now. Next is this version of Rock Leone, or as I used to call it, Yellow Rock Leone. Next is this version of Dark Wolf, aka the Red Dark Wolf, as I called it. Here is Legend Counter Leone. Here's a red version of Lightning L-Drago. And last but not least, the Vortex Battle Set Storm Pegasus and Lightning L-Drago. Or Red Storm Pegasus and Gold Lightning L-Drago, as I used to call them. Alright, so that's it for the Metal Fusion Beyblades. Now on to Metal Masters, as well as the Soul Blaze movie. So, first off, here is Galaxy Pegasus. Here is Ray Unicorno, or Ray Striker. Here is Medio L-Drago, one of my favorite Metal Master Beyblades. And finally, Soul Blaze, a really cool looking Beyblade. So that's it for that slot for the Metal Master Beyblades. Now on to the second slot for the Metal Master Beyblades. So here is Vulcan Herusius. Next is Cyclone Herculeo. And next up is Ray Gill. Here's Thermal Lacerda, and last but not least, Rock Zurafa, or Rock Giraffe. Also another Beyblade that I got from Jack the Handler. So again, shout out to him for sending me this Beyblade along with Poison Serpent. Alright, now on to the next slot. So here, I finally have the anime version, or the black version of Gravity Perseus, or Gravity Destroyer. A really cool looking Beyblade. Just gonna grab these two. Here I have two Grand Cetises, one with the actual Grand Cetus facebolt, and the other one with a, well, Gravity Destroyer facebolt. And last but not least, the female version of Grand Cetus. Now on to the last slot for the Metal Master Beyblades. So here, I have two Hades or Hell Kerbix. Here is Evil Befall. A unique looking Beyblade. I didn't really like it at first because, well, again, I was at that phase where I didn't really care much for those other Metal Saga Beyblades I wasn't really familiar with. But now, having this in my collection, it looks really cool. It's not the greatest, but I just find it unique. And last but not least, Basalt Horogium, or Twisted Tempo. So that's it for the Metal Master Beyblades, as well as the Soul Blaze movie Beyblades. And now on to Metal Fury, or Metal 5-4D. So here I have Big Bang Pegasus, or Cosmic Pegasus. Here is Fang Leone, the Takar version. Finally have this. Here is Flash Sagittario. Here is L-Drago Destructor. And last but not least, Phantom Orion, the Takar version. Finally have this version. Now on to the second slot for the Metal Fury Beyblades. And yes, if you have noticed, those are the Four Season Bladers blades. So now for the, I guess for the other legendary Bladers Beyblades. So here, I finally have Very Aries, the Takar version, which does have the changeable tip, which again is similar to many other Beyblades like Dronzarev and Spriggan Requiem. Next up is Scythe Kronos. Here I finally have the Takar version of Death Quetzalcoatl. Next up is Jade Jupiter. Here is the Spark Effects version of Omega Dragonis. And the last two Beyblades for Metal Fury I have for that slot are Spiral Leer and Spiral Fox, or Screw Fox. So that's it for that slot. Now on to, I guess, the villains of Metal Fury. So here I have Diablo Nemesis. Here is Beat Lynx. And last but not least, Duo Ice Titan, or Duo Uranus. So that's it for the Metal Fury Beyblades. Now on to the duplicates, as well as those crappy Hasbro versions I have for the Metal Fury Beyblades. Okay, so I'm just gonna speed through these ones. So here I have the original Hasbro versions for Big Bang Pegasus, or Cosmic Pegasus, and Fang Leone, as well as the crappy Hasbro versions of Phantom Orion and Very Aries, and finally the crappy Hasbro versions of Scythe Kronos and Death Quetzalcoatl. Alright, now on to the duplicates. So here I have a Takar version of L-Drago Destructor, or L-Drago Destroy. Here I have L-Drago L-Drago Guardian from the Spark Effects line. And last but not least, I have another Spiral Fox from the Destroyer Dome set. So that's it for the Metal Fury Beyblades. Now on to the Shogun Steel Beyblades, or 0G Beyblades. So I have Samurai Ifrit, or Samurai Ifrit, and I also have a red recolor of Samurai Ifrit, but with a different spin track. Here I have two Ninja Salamanders, or Shinobi Saramandas. One is obviously Takara and the other one is Hasbro. And last but not least, Samurai Pegasus. Alright, now on to the second slot for the Shogun Steel Beyblade. So here is the Phoenix, here is Pirate Orochi, here is Guardian Leviathan, here is Dark Knight or Ronin Dragoon, and last but not least, Archer Griffin or Arch Griffin. So that's it for that slot. Now on to the final slot for the Shogun Steel Beyblades, or in this case, the Beyblades in the anime. So I'm just gonna take these out for a sec. So first things off, here is Rogia Wyvang or Archer Wyvern. Finally have this Beyblade. Check my unboxing if you guys haven't seen it. Here is the Zerago or the Drago. Also finally have this. Here is Bandit Genbu, a really cool looking Beyblade. And last but not least, for the tribute Beyblades, Berserker Byakko, or the 3D printed Berserker Byakko. Also check my unboxing if you guys haven't seen that. Now for the other DNA Bladers Beyblades, here is Bandit Golem, here is Berserker Behemoth, or Berserker Brigardos, and last but not least, Gladiator Bahamut. A really cool looking Beyblade. It's not the best looking Beyblade in terms of, well, performance, but I still think it's really cool looking. So that's it for the Shogun Steel Beyblades. Now on to the other Metal Fight Beyblades. So these consist of like recolors and combos and whatnot. So I'm just gonna grab whatever first. So here I have two Thunder Leons. Finally got myself a Thunder Leon. Here I have two Rock Aquarios. One is my original one and one I got from a random Beyblade lot. Here is Dark Libra, here's Storm Ares, and Flame Bull. Now moving on to the second slot of random Beyblade combos and recolors. Just gonna take all of these out. So here I have another version of Ray Unicorno or Ray Striker. Here is Medio L-Drago, I think this is the Assault version. Here is my original Gravity Destroyer, or Perseus, which yes, it does have, if you can see, the Grand Cetus Facebolt. And here is Inferno Gasher. Here's the Beyblade Legends version of Ray Unicorno. Here is Torch Gemios, which if you've seen this Beyblade in one of my Beyblade lots, I thought this Beyblade was a fake Beyblade, but turns out it isn't. So my apologies if I call this Beyblade a fake, which it isn't. And these two I'm going to show off since they came in a double pack. But here is Fury Capricorn and Poison Pegasus, which do look cool, but nothing too special in my opinion. Here's a recolor of Thermal Lacerda, as well as a recolor of Rock Zurafa. And last but not least, here's Poison Zurafa. So that's it for that slot. Now on to the next slot, which only contains two Beyblades, but here is Killer Ken Balro and Gorium Revisor, or Golem Leviathan, which did come in that 0G Synchrom set, which you guys should check out. And I almost forgot to add this, but I'm gonna show off one Beyblade that I have for Metal Fight Soul Burst since that's already been opened. But here is the burst version of Storm Pegasus, or Storm Pegasus 10 Glaive Quick. Make sure you guys check my unboxing if you guys haven't seen it yet. Now for the last two slots here, which does contain the XTS Beyblades. So here is a Spark Effects version of L-Drago Destructor. And just like with the first one I have here, which might as well show you now, but here it is, which does light up, by the way. There we go. And this one I think, oh yeah, wow. I had this for like, what, 8 years and the batteries still work, and I'm surprised. Alright, now here is the XTS version of Twisted Tempo, which does have this little gimmick to it. And here is a RC version, not a fake version, of Medio L-Drago, which, yeah, I know I said in one of my Beyblade lots that I said this might be a fake Beyblade, but it's not. It's actually a RC Beyblade, and wow, sorry, I'm just gonna take that out again. The RC Beyblades for MFB were terrible in my opinion, as compared to, well, the originals. But anyways, here is the XTS version of Flash Sagittario, which has this gimmick. And last but not least, here are the Tornado XTS Beyblades of Earth Eagle and Gravity Destroyer, or Tornado Eagle and Tornado Destroyer. I think that's what they call them. I don't know. now. So those are all the Beyblades I have for this case. Now to show off the electronic Beyblades, since, well, I don't really have a case for that since I had to share a case with my other electronic Beyblades, so might as well show them off here. So here I have a electronic Dark Wolf. Finally have one of these. Even though I'm not really a fan of the electronic Metal Fusion Beyblades, but I still appreciate them for what they are. Here is a electronic Burn Fireblaze and a electronic Midnight Bull. Alright, now on to the bonus items. Now, in the previous Beyblade collection update for MFB, I did show off the Infinity NATOs, but this time I won't because, well, I'd rather show them in a collection video that has the original Metal Fight and Burst. So, I'm not going to show them off in this video, but I am going to show off the BeyWariors Shogun Seal toys, as well as this. Yeah, I have myself a Beywheelz in my collection now. I actually got this in one of my lots. I don't remember which lot that I got this from, but yeah, having this now in my collection, like, okay, it's not bad. The concept is not bad, but yeah, just, I don't know. That's all I have to say. I don't know. I don't remember the name of this Beywheelz, and I can't say the other word now because, well, I might get in trouble for it, and also I can't say it nowadays. But if anyone knows or remembers the name of this Beywheelz, just leave a comment down below. But anyways, let's get to the BeyWariors Shogun Seal toys. So here I have Samurai Ifrit, which I do have the little ripcord for it. And here is Archer Griffin, not Ninja Salamander, which I thought it was. And the last BeyWariors Shogun Steel toy I have here is Ronin or Dark Knight Dragoon, which I don't have the little ripcord for it because, well, I got this, I think, at a thrift store. I don't really remember, but those are all the Beyblades that I have for the Metal Saga. Now, unlike with the original Beyblade, I don't think there's a Beyblade I need for the MFB case, aside from the unreleased Beyblades like Dark Poseidon or Guardian Garudas, which I really want to own those two Beyblades in my collection. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and move on to the launchers. So here are all my MFB launchers. Now, just like with the previous Beyblade collection update, I won't show you all the launchers, but I will show you some of the new ones that I got from my previous Beyblade lots and ones that I purchased. So I guess the first thing I'm going to show off is the double launcher. And now I know you might be asking, wait, don't you have this already? Well, yes, but I actually modified my first one into, well, a plastic double launcher before getting an actual plastic Beyblade double launcher. So yeah, now I finally have myself a MFB one. And here I have a RC Gravity Destroyer launcher, which it's not bad, but I honestly just prefer the old ones better. Then I also have some other launchers here, like, of course, the Flame Sagittario grip. And then I have my original launcher grip with the blue string launcher. And here, I finally have myself again the orange string launcher, which was originally my first string launcher. I also have a green string launcher here, which, yeah, it doesn't really work because, for one, it's fake. And I thought it would be, you know, similar to this one I have, but, you know, that was not the case. So it was kind of a waste to buy this, but hopefully I do find a green string launcher sometime in the future. That way I can, well, place this. And I also have a black string launcher here, which I believe is a Metal Fight 4D string launcher, where you can switch it between right or left spin. Basically what Burst is doing now. I believe that was DB or Quad Drive, but I don't remember. We got some other launchers here. I also have the Infinity NATO launchers there. I got the 0G one and the L-Drago string launcher, or just a L-Drago string launcher. And I also have some sticker sheets for some Beyblades here that's on the side, like Storm Pegasus and Berserker the Gyarados, or Behemoth, and a bunch of other sticker sheets are in this little baggie. But yeah, now I'm gonna show off some of the other stuff, like stadiums, boxes, and extra Beyblades and whatnot. So here are all of my Metal Fight Beyblade boxes I have. Now, I want to show you the new ones, but I'm also gonna show off the older ones as well. So I guess I'll start off from here. So here's some fake Metal Fight boxes I have here. So obviously for Storm Pegasus, Landing L-Drago, and Flame Libra. Now, as I mentioned in that Beyblade collection video that I did back in 2020, these were made by a company named GG, not Rapidity, surprisingly. And yeah, for some reason on one of the boxes, they use like Chinese lettering, and then the other one in Korean, so I don't know what's up with that. But the main reason why I bought these two Beyblades, not just for the Beyblades, because obviously I have the legit ones, but I just needed the stickers for this particularly the energy wheel, along with the string launcher, and same thing with this. I needed the string launcher since I didn't own a Lightning L-Drago string launcher, and plus I was getting sick and tired of just the launcher and ripcord that came with that Beyblade. So I decided to get that, because I remember seeing this at that same anime store where I always bought my V-Force Beyblades. But with this one, this was pretty much my first quote-unquote Japanese style box. Even though it's not Takara, it's, well, made by this company, Xiaohao Ban. For what it was not a terrible, well, Beyblade, because, well, at the time I did not have a Flame Libra, so that's why I got this. Also because I couldn't find the Hasbro version of Flame Libra yet, or I guess they weren't selling it at the time, but yeah, there's that. Now on to the actual Takara boxes. So here I have Ray McCorno, Ray Gill, and I also have a Sonocon version of Flame Bix's, new unboxed by the way, which I'm kind of debating or not if I should open on the channel or not, because, well, it's new unboxed, also because it's, well, Sonocon, but I don't know, I'll see. I do have another new unboxed Beyblade, which I'll get to in a bit, but I'll just showcase some of the other boxes I have here. So I have a Metal 4D box of Diablo Nemesis, Flame Sagittario, and here's some Beyblade Legend boxes that I have, like Cosmic or Big Bang Pegasus, as well as Hades or Hell Kerbix. And here's the Ultimate Synchrom set. I believe it's the Stamina and Defense set, but this is a set that came with Erogia Wyvang and the other two Beyblades. But yeah, I'm surprised that this set, after I unboxed it and bought it, this set has gone up in price. So I'm lucky that I got this set for like $65. So yeah, I'm lucky that I remember this set being in that anime store in Edmonton. And I also have the 10th anniversary Metal Fight set, which, yes, I know I still have non-boxed, but don't worry, I'll eventually open that up once I get the other sets. But for now, I'm just leaving it new in box. Anyways, here's some other Zero-G boxes. Like here's Samurai Pegasus and Shinobi Salamanda or Ninja Salamander. And here's the other new unboxed Beyblade that I mentioned. This is Bandit Gorium or Bandit Golem. And I got this along with that Flame Bixes from Max Fishes on Instagram, so shout out to him. Kind of debating or not if I should open this one as well, since I have the Hasbro version, but I'm not too sure though. I'll probably just leave it inside the box. But yeah, there's that. I also have the box for Fang Leon, the crappy version of Fang Leon, and I also have Ronin or Dark Knight Dragoon, Pirate Orochi, and Samurai Ifrit or Ifrit's box. And here I have some of the other Hasbro boxes. Obviously I won't show you all of them, but yeah, this is basically what's in it. Just random Beyblades and whatnot. But this is the double pack for Ray Striker and Inferno Gasher. And a bunch of other stuff, which I'm not even gonna bother taking out. But I do have some boxes that were taken out of the little plastic container things. Like I have Omega Dragonis, Legend Cara Leon, L-Drago, Storm Capricorn, Pegasus, and a bunch of others. And yeah, to think that I have all of these for like, what, 13 years already? And they're still in these bags. And last but not least, I also have the Beyblade Metal Fusion stickers that I got from WoW YTV. And again, I know you guys are probably sick and tired of me showing this, but the little Hyper Aquario picture that I printed out back in my cousin's house. And here are some Metal Fusion, Masters, Metal Fury, and Shogun Steel codes. And I think there are some Beywheelz codes in here, and XTS, and a bunch of other stuff. Oh yeah, and this, which was allegedly a code where you can watch the first episode of Beyblade Shogun Steel on YTV, but it was just the intro, which I don't know why they said it was the first episode, but okay. Now to show off the stadiums. So just like with the original Beyblade collection update, I am going to show off some stadiums that I also use for the Metal Saga Beyblades, so it won't be just stadiums that were only designed or made during the Metal Saga. So I guess the first thing I'll show off is, well, the BB10. Since this is pretty much the primary Beyblade stadium I use, not just for the Metal Saga Beyblades, but for the original Burst and whatnot. And here's my new red stadium that I got back in July, and I believe this is called the Balance Stadium. I don't remember, but it is a pretty decent stadium, but not the greatest, but I still think it's pretty cool. Here's my Green Tornado Attack Base Stadium, or one that's kind of mid-fake. And yeah, I'm only telling you this now because, well, yeah, the stadium, if you can see, it's, well, kind of dying. So good thing I have some backup stadiums. But yeah, I had this for like, what, 7 years already, or even 8 years, and yeah, it's not looking so great anymore. But I'll still use it regardless. Now for the actual Metal Saga stadiums, I did get some new ones, like this for instance. Here's the Beyblade Shogun Steel Blazing Dojo base stadium, which it is a pretty decent stadium. I always wanted a stadium like this because I think they did release this during Metal Fury as well, like this type of square stadium, but I'm not 100% sure. But it is a pretty cool looking stadium. And then I also have the Graffiti Den base stadium from XTS, which looking back, it is a pretty cool looking stadium, but it's not the greatest, but it's not bad, honestly. And then behind it is the L-Drago Stadium, and then the Pegasus Thunder Whip Stadium, and then obviously what's left of the blue stadium, so it's really just this. And then I also have the Satellite Dish and the Super Vortex Stadium, which is personally one of my favorite Metal Saga stadiums. And then for last, the Infinity NATO Stadium, since I did show it off in the previous Beyblade collection update, since I also use this for my Beyblades as well, so it's not just the Infinity NATOs. Now, just like with the original Beyblades, I do have a case where I store my duplicate Beyblades, so I'll do the same thing for this video. And I also have a case where I store some spare parts, also that in this portion as well. So here is where I keep my duplicate Pegasus, like Cosmic Pegasus, Galaxy, Storm Pegasus. I have another crappy version of Cosmic Pegasus. Here are my Leons, or duplicate Leons. So I have another Legend Counter Leon, Fang Leon, Rock Leon. I have two Flame Sagittarios. I have another Gold Lightning L-Drago, and Ray Gill, Ray Incorno, Hades or Hell Kerbix. This is Scythe Chronos, Spiral Fox, and I also have Guardian Leviathan. I think this is Samurai Ifrit, and a bunch of other Beyblades here. And yeah, I decided to put in my old MFB case, which was the storage of where I kept my MFB Beyblades in the previous Beyblade collection video. So yeah, there's that. Now on to the spare parts. So basically what I have here is just like extra fusion wheels, warrior wheels, energy wheels, element wheels, spin tracks, face bolts, tips, and a bunch of other stuff. And oh yeah, might as well show you this. Here's the Earth fusion wheel that came with my Earth Eagle, and yeah, as I mentioned before, it broke. I think also this part as well. Yeah, so thankfully I got like more Earth energy wheels as well as a legit Earth Eagle, so I don't have to worry about this anymore. I also have a fake Ray warrior wheel as well, and I also have, I believe, this is for Meteor L-Drago, and a bunch of other stuff. Oh, and here's the Hasbro version of Gladiator Bahamut, which, yeah, it doesn't really look great. And I also have some extra tools as well. Now, I do have like a bag of like tools, but I honestly don't know where I put that, so might as well just show you the ones in this. But yeah, as I mentioned before, this case just consists of like extra fusion wheels and other random parts. So yeah, those are all the spare parts I currently have. And I also forgot about this and forgot to show you this because, well, I honestly forgot I had this in my collection, but I have the Beyblade assembly chamber from Metal Fusion. And yeah, honestly, if you don't know what this is, you basically twist the assembly chamber and yeah, your Beyblade is already, well, assembled for you. So if you don't know how to assemble your Metal Fusion Beyblade, then this is the tool for you. And yeah, honestly, this was such a pointless toy to sell because, yeah, as you can see here, stack, twist, ready to rip. Yeah. And honestly, I don't know how much this goes up in price nowadays, but yeah, this was really pointless. And yeah, this is why I keep forgetting to show this in my Beyblade collection videos, because this was such a pointless gimmick to have. Now to show you some of the home releases I have for the Metal Saga, well, in this case, Metal Fusion. Now, as I stated in the past, I didn't record any episodes or watch any episodes of Metal Masters because that's when I stopped watching Beyblade. So what I have here is just Metal Fusion stuff. So here I have the All Access Metal Fusion DVD that I still have from 2010. And here are some VHSs that I have for Metal Fusion. So I have from episode 1 through 4, 6 through 11. And this one I have episodes 11 again, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 20. And this one, and no, it's not the SpongeBob movie, but I once again have episode 12 and 13. For the other tape here, I have episodes 21, half of 23, 26, 27, and 31. And yeah, my apologies for the scribbles because, well, I thought I would watch those episodes and record those episodes, but that was not the case. So that's why there's like scribbles on the little episode numbers and whatnot. But as I mentioned before, I am definitely going to get the Mel Saga on DVD since, well, they have released all 4 seasons on DVD, so I will eventually get those along with Burst, but I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to get those, but I'll eventually get those DVD sets. And the last few things I'm going to show off is my old Beyblade Metal Fusion shirt that I got back at WoW YTV in 2010. It's just a basic white shirt, but obviously they just added the Metal Fusion logo and then Storm Pegasus and then 3, 2, 1 Little Rip. And I also forgot to show you some other stuff here. Like I have the Beywheelz launch and ripcord, which I forgot to show off in the launcher portion. And I have more Beyblade codes that I got from my MFB lot, and I kind of forgot I had more codes. And the last thing I have to show off is the Beyblade Metal Fusion poster that I got back in 2011 at Toys R Us when I joined that Beyblade tournament they had there. And with that, those are all the things I have to show off for this collection update of the Beyblade Metal Saga. But yeah guys, that's about it for this collection update for the Metal Saga. So of course the next Beyblade collection update will be for the original Beyblades, since I usually do it right before or after I do a collection update for the Metal Saga. And hopefully after that I'll do one for Burst, because I kind of hinted in the previous collection update that I'll do one for Burst, but I didn't get around to make one because, well, at that time I only had like a few Burst Beyblades. But now, since I have like a good amount of Burst Beyblades, I might consider doing it either towards the end of this year or next year. And then I'll do another Beyblade collection video with the original Metal Saga, Burst, and finally Beyblade X, along with Infinity NATO, of course. And one more thing to know, I know I said in the previous collection update video that I only do Beyblade requests regarding to the original, but I might consider doing for the Metal Saga, but I'll see, since it's easier to do requests for the original Beyblade than, well, the other 2 generations, or 3 I should say now. But again, I'll see. If you guys do have requests regarding to the Metal Saga, not just for the original, leave your request down below. And again, I don't do combos because I only do the stock combos for the Beyblades, because again, I'm not a fan of combos. They're just not my thing. Anyways guys, that's about it for this video. Make sure you guys check out my previous Beyblade collection update, and make sure to check out the previous MFB collection update I did back in 2016. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. Link will be in the description below, and make sure to hit that notification bell so you will never miss an upload. So until next time guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.